Welcome back at 7:15. The school year is in full swing for many students, but the back-to-school routine can bring up lots of emotions for children, for parents. Dr. Michelle Moore, a clinical psychologist at LSU Health New Orleans School of Medicine, is here to share resources to make the transition easier for the whole family. Dr. Moore, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
So we're a few years into the new school year. Most families, students have their routine down pat, but just in case, or even if families do feel like things are going smoothly, what should they be on the lookout for?
So we expect there to be some emotion coming back to school, right? You might be excited and you've got a new teacher to meet, maybe new classmates to meet. There's a new routine at school. So what we want parents to be looking for is how are things going at home, right? How are they making that transition from school to home? Do you notice that they're holding everything in all day and then maybe they're having a meltdown by the time they get home, right? Is that where we see these transitions really picking up and being difficult for kids? Or are they having a hard time getting out of the house in the morning? So are you noticing behavioral changes, or they're having trouble sleeping? Maybe they're not eating like they used to, or they're more agitated and irritated. So you're looking for those changes to see how this transition is going for them.
And if you are seeing some of those signs, what should you do to address them? I know especially the meltdown, that can be frustrating for parents. They've worked all day, they were up with the kids, and they come home and now the child's having a meltdown, and you don't really know how to handle it. So what are some ways to best handle those changes you're seeing?
So a few things to think about. One is for the parent to think about staying calm themselves. Because as a parent, if you start getting anxious and you're overwhelmed and you get worked up, that's going to be mimicked in the child, and they're going to start to get worked up too. So if the parent is feeling anxious, make sure to calm yourself and then talk calmly with your child and listen, right? Listen for what is it that's making them upset. Give them an opportunity to talk, hear their story so that you can learn more about what might be causing this anxiety.
And then move from there. But I love that. You got to calm yourself down, which it's a task, but it needs to be done. I know you also wanted to talk about college students, because we've just spent a good bit of time talking about the littles and that transition, especially if they've never gone to school before. But college kids have a lot on their plate too. I mean, the whole world is on their shoulders, or so it seems. So what can parents, even from afar, loved ones from afar, look out for to help that age group transition?
It's a tough one, because you're thinking that for college kids, they're adults, where they're entering into this adulthood, and so they're ready to launch. And that might be true for some of them, but be careful of not helicopter parenting, kind of doing too much for them once they go off. You have to learn from your mistakes, and so you want them to be able to go off and feel like they can start to do things on their own, but you want to make sure they can get connected with resources on the college campus of where they are, so that everything isn't always coming back to home. It's how do you find those resources on the campus of where you are now, and starting to really feel like that is your new community where you're starting to build your support system.
Well, and that helps them become an adult. As an adult,
Correct.
You can't always call mom and dad for help. You sometimes need to figure things out on your own.
Right.
Parents out there, if they still want a few more resources, does LSU Health have resources that parents can go to for guidance, for help?
We do. On our website, we've got some resources just about how to handle stress management.
Okay.
And so that's for the parents to be thinking about how they handle their stress, but also the things that you can be talking with, not only your small children, but adolescents and your college age kids too.
All right, Dr. Moore, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate you. All right, let's get